Good morning, my name is Steve Fleurimont, and this presentation is for the final. Our team used Ubuntu. This particular version of Ubuntu is version 14.04. I've got terminal open, and I just entered a command, which is ls, which is list your files. Shows you all the folders that you have in files and stuff of that nature. ls-l is list your files in long format. It's very useful if you're trying to get a little bit more information about the particular files that are in there and your different folders and things of that sort. If you type in ls-a, it lists all your files across all of the users, which is very useful if you're trying to really dig in there and find something that you've got in the system. If you have a printer, LPQ will tell you which printer you have and if it's available in its current status. That's installed into the Ubuntu system. Very useful. In order to do plain text conversions in PostScript, I like to use a program called InScript. It's not currently installed on this particular version. So to install it from the terminal, you can just type sudo apt-get install and the name of the actual program. In this case, it's InScript. It'll actually run the installation for you after you put in your password, of course, as a root user. Very, very useful to run it in terminal because you can actually just elevate your user status by utilizing sudo, which is really cool. I love just the way the interface is in Ubuntu. It's very, very, very beautiful and just gives you a very immersive feel. The virtual machine that I'm using is actually VMware 11, which is the latest version of VMware as my emulator. And close this terminal. The next command we're going to take a look at is pwd, which tells you where you currently are within your file directory. If you type in just the letter W, it tells you who's logged in and what they're doing specifically. It's useful on a shared network. And if you type the word who, it tells you who's logged in and where they're coming from specifically as far as a port of entry. I've got the wobbly window effect here. PS-U tells you a list of all the users that are currently using Ubuntu. In this case, it's just particularly me. PASSWD lets you change your user password, and in order to do so, you have to enter your current Unix password and then create a new one. It asks you to put it twice, which is really cool. You could just do it from here instead of going to the GUI to do it. Lynx is a very cool tool. It's an actually terminal-based web browser. You can actually use it to look at non-flash items. It's just the text of the actual web page, and you can actually look at it directly from terminal, which is really cool. It also has a very useful FTP function where you can actually import files and transfer files directly from there as well if you have it connected to a file server. RLogin is the remote control host feature. It lets you log on to connect to a remote host. Very useful. You've got different commands here: blind address, cipher, config file, blind address, and local. Very cool feature. You can find the date directly from terminal as well, just by typing date. It tells you the date, Friday, July 10th. Also gives you the time as well, 24-hour format. You can type in CAL, which is Cal. It gives you the calendar. Very, very useful. And if you type in who am I, it gives you your own username, which you're currently logged in under, so you can see which user you're actually using. I've got this cool feature installed here in Ubuntu, which is Compass. It really gives you a lot of control and gives you a 3D effect in spinning your desktop around like a cube. I think that's really cool. In order to see the system resources, you can go into System Monitor. It gives you CPU history, memory usage, and network history as well. The file systems tells you the current hard drive's size and capacity. Processes allow you to terminate or end processes that are running as well, or end applications. It's very useful. Here's a short video about Ubuntu. It's called GNOME, which is actually another type of a skin or additional interface. It's very cool. I've also got Chrome installed here and Firefox. Those are the two browsers that I use the most, and with the desktop feature you can actually pan out different windows and put them in different desktops without having to change, your visual. You can just do it directly from the desktop control icon. A very useful tool that I use sometimes, for example, if you have like a unresponsive window or you're trying to close a window in the background, is xkill. So you type in sudo xkill and enter, then you put in your Ubuntu password, because it is a higher level root function, and it gives you the ability to give you a little icon to click on any window or program in the background and close it, force close it, without having to open the system manager. Very cool. There it is, you can see it here. Just taking out the smaller scheme. Very useful. I like Ubuntu GNOME, even though I don't have it installed on this particular desktop. It has a lot of cool features. There's many different packages you can select from in GNOME, very similar to the base version of Ubuntu. It just lets you customize things a little more. It also allows you to alter your appearance. It's very similar to, for example, to like if you were a Windows user, how you use themes. Ubuntu is highly customizable. It's one of the things I really like about the OS, is the fact that you can pretty much do anything with it that you want. Your imagination is your only limitation. Here I'm just showing just the power capability of the actual system and rendering and handling multiple stress loads. You can open a bunch of different web browsers and spread them across different desktops and see how the computer reacts to it. Pretty seamless. Yeah. Handles it with no problem. I just like this cube feature, it's really cool.